How do you solve a problem with no state funding or programs and not much public knowledge on the issue?
That's what local leaders are dealing with when it comes to Eastern North Carolina's problem with abandoned boats.
Our Madison Forsey has taken a closer look at the issue and how people are trying to solve it.
Yeah, so officially those boats are called ADVs, or abandoned and derelict vessels. And they can have a big effect on the environment and local businesses, much bigger than people might think.
I understand that everybody needs a place to anchor and have permanent mooring.
They look harmless.
It's impacting my business. I just can't have them here.
A few small sailboats bobbing in the water.
And our concern is they're in front of our loading area.
But to the folks at TD or Marine Construction, these abandoned boats are a big deal.
What kind of effect does this have on your ability to do your job?
Well, it's difficult. We lease this piece of property for the sole purpose of being able to get our barges and our equipment in and out of here all the time. We're limited as to when we can come in and out by which way the wind's blowing, in which direction the sailboats are facing.
The boats lack registration tags, no way to reach their owners.
They showed up, we thought it was short-term dockage just for the storm, and this one sank in the storm here. The owner's yet to be able to get this out of the way, and the others have just stayed.
Officially, they're ADVs, or abandoned and derelict vessels.
ADVs have been an issue that North Carolina has needed to handle for a very long time, but since it's such a complex issue and not much legal authority to address the issue exists, it's been a problem for a long time.
Owners just leave them.
One main reason is that people can't afford to maintain their vessels.
And the problem gets even worse after a big storm.
The habitat damage and water quality issues that are associated with abandoned and derelict vessels, and also the visitor experience and the detraction from the beautiful aesthetics is also an issue.
After Hurricane Florence,
probably had over a dozen boats that were up on the reserve.
Beaufort Mayor Rhett Newton knew his town had to do something.
And what you don't want to do is all of a sudden pull that vessel directly off and destroy the marsh that is between it and the waterways.
Town leaders passed an ordinance.
Well, it essentially just says that it's not okay
to battle
for you just to leave your boat in the town waterway.
Abandoned boats.
Just leave it there to the discretion of the taxpayers here to have to deal with it.
Without that ordinance, taking care of these ADVs is like a game of hot potato between state and local agencies. State Representative Bobby Hanig of District 6 sponsored a measure last year to give the town of Manteo and Hyde County more control over their waterways, making it easier to get rid of ADVs.
The ability for localities to be able to manage their waterways is very important, especially a busy waterway like Shallowbank Bay. I mean, it's part of the intercoastal. There's a lot of traffic in there all the time.
Currently, there's no formal state program or funding to help towns deal with the issue.
We can work in Beaufort, but we're also impacted by the surrounding area, so we want to help get help from the county, from our adjacent municipalities as well, to be able to help this problem.
Mayor Newton says getting the ADV issue solved is just the beginning of their marine debris problem.
Dealing with abandoned and derelict vessels is probably the easiest of these problems to deal with, and let me caveat that with, it's not easy.
The changes can't come soon enough for business owners like Law.
We've moved everything kind of to the other side of the property to try to keep this way. All while trying to use some boundaries of our equipment so that folks don't want to anchor up on this side of it. I hope that we can figure out how to contact the owners. They can be moved and they can find a place where they can anchor up and safe harbor.
The North Carolina Wildlife Resource Commission is the lead group in handling this issue. They're currently waiting on $1 million worth of funding to try and troubleshoot the state's ADV problem, but that money is tied up in the ongoing budget battle. For more information on the story, you can visit WNCT.com. In the studio, Madison Forsey, 9 on your side.